Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Thursday night, 4 days into my training. I'm getting more and more tired this week. Full-time hours, long travel, bed early, or should I say bed late and up early. So I've got one more day to go before I get to the weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I had first aid today, I've got first aid tomorrow to finish it off. And I'm going to have a lovely shave, hopefully a lovely shave, with Barrister and Mann Promises tonight, which I haven't used. This was a gift from my mother-in-law and father-in-law for Christmas. I love the scent of it. It's a very sort of warming, leathery, woody, earthy sort of scent. It's really nice. It's almost got a hint of sweetness in there as well. I don't know the notes of this soap. I've never read the notes of this soap. I just picked it when I saw it on the Stray Whisker website and put it on my wish list. So I'm not sure if there's a bit of menthol in there, I'm not sure, but it's got a very similar, there's a few hints in there from First Snow, which is leather, something else and something else, cedarwood, leather and something else. So there's a hint of that in there. Brings back a bit of memories of that, and there's also a little bit in there from the other Christmas one that I've got, which I can't even remember the name of now. But really nice scent, lovely. And the labelling, once again, label's pretty much spot on censor, and it looks great. It looks brilliant, lovely mountainscape there, nice bird. It's just lovely. It's just a stunning label. And as per usual, the tubs from Barrister and Mann are shit hot. Brush for today. Mervyn Cadman 26mm black and white Magard knot, which was re-knotted from Reyes Restores over on Instagram. If you want to get your brushes re-knotted, I highly recommend them. I sent him 2 brushes, both of which came back completely unmarked at all on the outside. There's no scratching, nothing on it. They look exactly as I sent them, only with different knots in them. So I'm extremely impressed with his work. He does a great job, and he's a really nice guy to deal with. So let's get it dipped in the water. Just get out the shower. I'm having a cold water shave now. The base on this, I believe, I'm pretty certain, 99% sure it's the Reserve base. So you don't need a hell of a lot on it, but I'm going to load a little bit longer than I did with Reserve Cool the last time I used Reserve Cool, which was only a week ago. So here we go. With the Reserve base on Barrister and Mann, it's a firm soap, but it's soft as well. So it's not quite a crope, but it's definitely not a hard soap. So that's it, that's all I need. That's way more than you need of this soap. Wet the face. I've got 1 day's growth, as I have done for the last 4 shaves. So this will be my last shave, probably of the weekend until Sunday night, when I'll have a shave again, and I'll possibly do my head. I might do my head once a week over the next 3 months, just to keep the hair trimmed down for the start of the week, let it grow out during the week, and then whip it back off on the Sunday. So all I'm doing now is just painting the load on my skin. Very dry. Just dip the tips. Now this soap in particular doesn't work quite as well with the painting on technique that I normally use, because it goes on quite thin. Unless you load up really heavy with a wet brush, it goes on quite thin anyway, so it looks almost translucent when you first put it on. So all I do is just paint some water in until the brush feels like it's ready to splay, and you can normally feel that the fibres of the brush have loosened up a bit and they're not all stuck together anymore. In fact, if I lightly touch that, you can see, although they clump together, they don't look quite as stuck together as it did when it was just a load that was on there. So it's not far from splaying, and as you can see, it's splaying very easily. And one thing I've always noticed and brought up with synthetic brushes, they work better with a backwards and forwards motion, in my opinion, which is actually the way that they recommend you use any type of brush, with a backwards and forwards motion, like so, or painting, not actually swirling motions. But I do find personally that natural hair brushes work better with a swirling motion. Now if you can see, that lather is still very dry. And you were obviously there when I loaded the brush, so you've got an idea of how much water this soap takes. It takes an absolute shit ton. Going to clean this handle off a bit. I whacked a big bit of soap on it earlier there, 2 seconds ago. It's just getting everywhere now. So I would say I'm pretty much exactly where I want to be with this soap now. Didn't take me too long, but like I say, if I had loaded the brush just ever so slightly less than that, I would have got to the same position I'm in now quicker. Because this soap loves water. And if you do use the Barrister Reserve range, whether it be the limited edition soaps or whether it be the actual Reserve range itself, Cool, Lavender, Spice, Classic, all those ones, Fern, don't overload your brush. I know the Stallion says to do it, and I'm not disagreeing with him, but overloading your brush with pretty much every other soap is fine. Overloading your brush on this soap is like 10-second load. As you can see, that lather is absolutely stunning. It really is. Stunning. Right, Gillette Platinum Blade in my Muhle R89, which is a stunning razor. This is another one that was bought by my wife for my anniversary, for her anniversary. So let's see how we feel. I haven't used this one for a little while now. The blade's been sat in it for quite some time. This actually feels very smooth. Now, if you're contemplating buying the Muhle R89 or the Edwin Jagger DE89, not only do they share the 89 part of the name, but the head itself on both of these razors is the exact same, allegedly. I find this slightly more efficient than the DE89 for some reason, and smoother, even though it is apparently the exact same head, and I'm not disputing it whatsoever. In my mind, and the way this feels, it feels nicer than the DE89. Now, I have had clarification from one of the viewers on here. I can't remember who it was, who actually owns the DE89 and the R89, and he actually prefers the R89. He says it shaves smoother and better. So I don't know how that works, but one thing I do like about this, it's been a while since I've had my DE89, don't get me wrong, but I believe this handle is chunkier, as in thicker, and I prefer a shorter handle, but also prefer a thicker handle as well, from memory, the Edwin Jagger D89 I had the, I think it was called the Barleycorn handle. And it was still a beautiful razor, very, very similar in style to this. Obviously the head's the same, but it was not as nice to use for some reason, and hence why it's not still in the den. Now this one holds sentimental value to me, because it's the first razor that my wife bought me that I've actually sort of wanted in the den. It was one I was looking at not too long before she bought it for me, so I was over the moon. Barrister and Mann, you champion. I know there's people out there don't like Will over at Barrister and Mann, but I can't. I don't care who they are. I can't turn around and say that his soap's are shit. Even if you don't like the scents, you can't say the base is shit. It's just almost impossible, from my point of view. I've also flicked Spencer's R1 back to him, and I've also sent a few soaps over for him to try as well. One of which is Grooming Department Credence, which, if you watch the video I did on it, performs incredibly well. Just smells like shit. I mean, it's easily the worst smelling soap that I've used. And I know that his soaps have vastly, dramatically improved. But I can only base it on what I've used so far. I've been on and read reviews on it that people have wrote, and some people have said it's absolutely lovely, and really, you, in my personal opinion, you need to have literally no sense of smell for it to smell good. tell you what, that works really well when you go like that. I haven't done that before. I just had a thought of Kyle over at Brown Man Shaves. He used to pull some really good faces. And for those of you out there that wonder if how he's getting on, he's doing really well. He's really enjoying the job. He's settling down into it. He's obviously learning his place and learning what's required. And I just hope that he stays safe out there. Because America, as much as I've got a lot of people I know over there and a lot of friends, I suppose, from the shaving community, it is a crazy place. What a shave. Wow, it's just amazing stuff, it really is. Right, I'm going to stick with this. I'm really enjoying this stuff. I've only started using it this week. Nav sent this over to me as part of a trade for my Rockwell 2C. And there it is. And herb. Made in India, antiseptic moisturising properties. Now, excuse me, it sent a message saying there was camphor in here. And one of the extracts of camphor, whatever it is menthol. Now, I've had a look on the ingredients, I haven't got my glasses on, but I can't see camphor on here. I can see carbapol. I don't know if that's something to do with the menthol side of things, but this definitely cools your skin down. It does a wonderful job. And my skin, all night and the next day, feels great all day. And the strange thing is, he sent it over thinking that I wouldn't like it. And surprisingly enough, it's easily the best thing out of the whole package he sent over. Even the Shaver Heaven soap. This is one of the best post-shave products I've used. It really is that good. But it's apparently quite difficult to get over here, so I might have to source somewhere. It doesn't look expensive. It looks, if it's from India, the chances are it's probably pretty cheap. But it's finding somewhere that will stock it. So right now my skin, it's got a light burn on it. It's not a skin reaction, but it's like a light burn, a healing burn feel to it. Like with an aftershave or a balm or anything like that, that's what it feels like. Now, it's just ever so slightly starting to warm up. It's going from a burn to a nice heat. And that'll dissipate over the next minute or so. So while that's doing its work, I can get the brush cleaned up. And there we go. So the burn now is gone. I've got no burn at all. All I've got now is just a beautiful, nice, cool sensation on my skin. And it just feels great. great, and it's really good stuff. And it's absorbed like all the way in, but my skin still feels like it's got menthol all over it. It feels great. And you guys know I've used a lot of products, a lot of really good post-shave balms and things. Shave What's the Cool Fix being one of the best. This is as good, if not better, in my opinion. This is really good stuff. It leaves your skin feeling that sort of silky, satin sort of feel, very smooth, but you can feel the moisturisation is incredible. Just rinsing the soap off, which was nice and quick because there wasn't much residue on top of it. And there we have it, folks. Barrister and Mann. Promises. Beautiful label. Very, very nice performing soap. As you can see, this is actually a matte effect label, but it's completely waterproof. Stunning, really is stunning. He puts a lot of effort into his packaging, you can see that. He puts a lot of effort into getting the labels on straight, which for me, personally, is a massive thing. If the labels are on straight, the artwork's good, the packaging, the actual tub itself, it comes in is good. For me, you've already won me over. If the soap then smells great and performs great, you've blew me away. And these soaps from Barrister and Mann do blow me away. I love the scent, I love the complexity of the scents. They're just tremendous soaps. Cadman, 26mm black and white Maggard knot. As you can see, there's Merv's logo, the little badger on there. Now if you want to find where, you can either search up Cadman, but his website is Badger and Bowl, not Badger and Blade, badgerandbowl.co.uk, I think. It might be .com, but I think it's .co.uk. So if you want to head on over there, you can have a look. He's got brushes on there that you can sort of pre-order and pre-buy, and brushes that are already made up that you can purchase, I believe, on there. He is a busy man, he does his best, his customer service is absolutely excellent. I did order my brushes and told him just to take his time with them, and they'll get you when they get you for my giveaway. But really nice guy, and he's went through a lot last year, so I'm not going to hold that against him. He's got to make a living. I'm happy to wait while he's making his living. Muhle R89 Gillette Platinum Blade. I'll probably chuck that now. It still feels fine, but I'm not sure how many shaves I've got on it. What a shave. And finished off just with one product again, Ann Herb Aftershave Conditioner with antiseptic and moisturising properties. And it really has blown me away, this stuff, it's excellent. I'll just read it again just in case you didn't hear the last one. I did it the first time. Special combination of selected herbs having powerful antiseptic and moisturising properties, protects skin from aftershave dryness and razor burn, heals minor cuts, makes your skin feel comfortable after shaving. Do you know something? I couldn't describe that any better. It's phenomenal. The only thing I would add on to that is it leaves a cooling sensation on your skin, and it really does work. Right now, I just feel like I've splashed cold water on my face. I don't feel like I've had a shave at all. It feels great. So if you can get your hands on this stuff, just snap it up. Snap people's hands off to get it. It's really that good. Anyway guys, thanks very much for tuning in. My next shave will probably be Sunday, so I'll catch you guys then. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Cheers.